Good morning, gamers. Whoops. Forgot to change that. Welcome back. Gotta turn my in-game music back on real quick. We have been at this game so darn long. Not just on stream. Looking back at my old saves, which have all been covered up now. And I guess if I went back to look at the VODs channel as well, it has been a good, like, 2.5 months. And we're probably going to be done with it after today. Very likely, unless something crazy happens. Last week we took up at the festival that ends off the game week. We took Freya into... into the grove. And we saw her good ending and her bad ending, and then we ran around a little bit. We found a couple others. I'm getting mildly distracted. And I should simply not get distracted. What else was it? So, this game has a whole 10 endings to it, right? So for each of the 3 girls, there is getting their affection to max, and bringing them with you into the forest at the end, and having your wish granted. But there is also getting their affection to the max, taking them with you, but then changing your mind and leaving with them. So that accounts for 6 of the 10. We got another 2 of the 10 last week. As well as the 2 of those 6 for Freya. Which were, if you have gotten all 3 of the... or if you've gotten the first 2 of the gifts to get your wish granted. The tender flesh and sweetest nectar. But fail to get the 3rd, the good company, which is fail to raise your affection high enough. If you have Freya or Leibkuchen accompanying you, the townsfolk catch you and they get you very badly for being up to no good, doing witchy business. And of course, if you've done it with Rosenmarine, she gets up to her own witchy business. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna go date by date with these other 2. And we're gonna start Rosenmarine since we have already seen a couple of hers through the playthrough. It'll mostly be familiar territory. And this is back at the beginning. Back on Sunday, the very first day of the game week. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of thought I'd just taken the, 15 hours of game time. More, really. Up to 17, maybe even... probably more than that by the end of the day today. Anyway. On the very first day, after learning some things about the town and about the other inhabitants, we return home. We're not about to go and meet Rosemary. You know, this whole time there's been an option to turn on in English voice track, and I don't think I've done it even once. And I could now. There's no reason to say I couldn't. But well... There she is. I'll spend some time with her. There you are, Rosemarine. Oh, I should get a drink of water real quick. I didn't know you'd be back so soon, Elise. I still ought to head back to town, mind you. What are you doing standing out here? Oh, just waiting for the stars to come out is all. A little too early for stars, don't you think? I find it helps me air out my thoughts. Air out your thoughts, you say? I'm waiting for the waxing crescents. It's important I set my sight on what's to come. The sooner the better. What do you mean, Rosemarine? You see, Elise, I've dreamt about you before. About Kieferberg, too. Last night, I know this may sound strange, but I didn't quite stumble upon Kieferberg by accident. What do you mean? Do you believe in fate, Elise? I don't know. I've never given it much thought. And you most likely won't believe what I have to say, but I've always known my fate was with you, Elise. Huh? It's too soon to be having this conversation, if I'm honest. I meant to wait until you were ready, but... I don't understand, Rosemarine. Ready for what? You'll know in time. What's with all this mystery? Out with it, Rosemarine. What are you trying to tell me? It took me quite some time to make sense of it myself, but... everything's feeling so strangely nostalgic to me. Nostalgic, you say? Your name, your voice, your home. This breeze, even. All that surrounds you. So much of it feels like home to me. That's not possible, Rosemarine. It's you the stars told me about, Elise. I'm certain now. Never in my life have I ever heard such nonsense, and yet... I'm covered in goosebumps. I can tell you don't believe one word of what I just said. Rosemarine, I think I'll stay out here for a little while longer, if that's alright. I promise I won't be late for supper. Alright. Don't stay out here too long, you hear? Hi. I won't. There we have it. Really have to make sure I'm keeping what I'm trying to do for her voice in mind. It's one of those that tends to waver a lot. Anyway. I've been playing this game a whole lot the last 2 days because, similar to how I did with Pocket Mirror, I wanted to get my saves lined up so that instead of spending a lot of time during stream running between points of interest or going through all the stuff we've already seen, all the plot elements and all the mini games. It gives us plenty of save slots, a whole 21 of them. Which, if I'd wanted to, could have been one for almost every day, or yeah, one for every day, following each of the three girls' romance routes separately. But anyway, so we've got all of those readied up, so we'll just simply, instead of going through the witching hour and the dream and the whole song and dance again, just skip straight to the next day. And we will meet Rosemarine in the attic. I took some notes for myself to keep straight which save is a what event. But I ultimately don't remember a whole lot of which day means what. Think on it for a moment. Because Monday is the day that we initially go to town on our own, but Rosemarine comes down to the town and is introduced to everyone, which I don't think is quite relevant for this conversation, but if anyone was curious. There she is. Hold on a moment, I need to, like, mute a server for a little while. I don't like to leave. Good heavens, how do I do this? Okay. Mildly tedious. And I sure hope it didn't matter at any point, but I just realized I've been muted in my, in my little server where I hop and call in case friends want to join. Let's see. This best not take too long, Rosemarine. I have work to do. And I can't be away for long after that whole ordeal. I promise it'll be quick, Elise. Come now, let me show you the attic. You've settled in, huh? Hi! Of course. This is my new home, after all. Getting a bit ahead of herself here, isn't she? Sleeping under a roof took some time getting used to. I've been sleeping under the stars since I was little, you see. You did say you're a traveler. Hi! Ah, yes. I used to travel about with my granny while she was still in good health. Where is she now, Rosemarine? Come now. Come now, sit. Show me a hand, please. Rosemarine, wait. Ah, I see. You can't possibly be reading my palm. Stay put, Elise. I'm trying to make sense of it. I don't believe in any of this nonsense, Rosemarine. As I thought, your lines are very telling of who you are. Who am I, then? Obstinate, ambitious, There's a certain intuition within you that's yet to be awakened. What's that supposed to mean? Ah, both your fortune and your fate are very distinct, too. You're destined for something great, aren't you, Elise? Destined for something great, you say. You're also stubborn, very set in your ways, and your ambitions. Look, Rosemarine, I don't know what you're wittering on about, but I truly don't believe in any of this nonsense, alright? But before you go, Elise, I have something for you. You're truly... What is it? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure most of these dialogue options... It does depend which one you choose on whether you succeed at the date and gain a point of affection. And I don't completely remember all of them. But hopefully I'll remember the ones that I've had to, like, go through twice already, and it won't kill us to go back through them again if I think I want to. Here, I want you to have this. What in the Lord's name is this thing? I've told you before how I've seen you in my dreams, and I made this bracelet just for you, knowing I'd find you. Rosemarine, you're my soulmate, Elise, I finally realized. We hardly know each other, Rosemarine. I've known you for a long time, in truth. Is this about what you said yesterday? It would mean a great deal to me if you kept it, Elise. I will. You did make it for me, after all. Even so, Rosemarine, I know you don't believe any of this, Elise, but I think you will in time. I find myself believing it already, somehow. Besides, you being my soulmate doesn't mean I am yours, anyhow. Huh? Things are just starting to change for you, Elise. In more ways than one, I'm certain you've noticed. I suppose. It's true. First Rosemarine turned up, then I found these shoes, and there was that old hag I met this morning, too. Even that strange dream I had. I wonder if that's also... Say, Elise. Huh? Won't you join me for a stroll tomorrow morning? Out at the crossroads. There's something I'd like to show you. Alright, alright. Come now. I have to head back before the townsfolk lose their wits. Yay! It has been a delight playing through the game over again. Even if a few parts of it I had to see an extra 3 or 4 or 5 times. That's a fun story for a bit. For whenever I get a moment. I guess I could tell it now so I don't forget. So we are going to go right now to Tuesday, which, again, I don't think it'll be relevant. Rosemarine's dates don't tend to have anything to do with the day's events. But this was the day that Eugene's horses were stolen overnight. They are found again at the end of the day, or at least the one of them is. And then Elise ventures into the ceramic grove of wheat. So the process of properly proceeding through the game. Eugene becomes trusted with the key to the mill on Wednesday, when the crows swarm the town, you have to properly investigate and speak to several of the townsfolk throughout Wednesday to be able to encounter him at the end of the day and get the key so that you can turn the Wheat Testament into the Tender Flesh. Which I didn't quite realize my first playthrough because I was just naturally talking to everyone. And so when I was playing back through, the funny part is, going on 2 playthroughs, two replays, I should say, of the game. On each of them, I missed a particular flag. A different one, I should say. There's at least 2, at different times of the day on Wednesday. 1 each, I should say. And I missed a different one each playthrough, so I had to redo most of Wednesday at least 4 extra times. Maybe more. Anyway, so that was a point of irritation and a point of why it took me until literally about when I posted my stream announcement today to finish preparing. But oh well, no big tragedy in the end. Anyway, let's have our update. How far does the log go? Just to the last thing you spoke. Even if you've loaded a save, that's good to know. I'm so glad you came, Elise. Anything to get me out of that rat hole. And to think I have to deal with those folks all day. I can lend you a hand, Elise, whatever you need. That aside, Rosemarine, what was it you wanted to show me? This is somewhat embarrassing, but look at this, Elise. A pine cone. That's what you wanted to show me. It's more important than you think. This pine cone is my treasure, Elise. Huh? Granny gave it to me when I was little. Your granny, huh? I understand how she feels, I suppose. We're just the same as this pine cone, Elise. How am I the same as a pine cone, Rosemarine? I promise there's proper meaning to what I'm saying. Alright. Our time here in this realm is rather limited, isn't it? I suppose. You see how the pine cone is covered with scales? If you think of it as yourself and your life up until this moment, you can understand how each scale represents something, right? I see. Your experiences and dreams and the things you hold dear. All those things are just the same as the scales on this pine cone. Rosemarine. There are times when one falls off or gets damaged, and you don't feel as whole anymore, but you learn to be without it and find that losing one doesn't mean that you'll lose all the others. Oh, Elise. This pine cone is the representation of my path. It represents you, Elise. I've been meaning to tell you all about it for so long. Silly goose. Oh, for goodness sake. All these scales represent the path I've taken to reach you. Now that I'm by your side, I feel whole like never before. You see what I mean, don't you, Elise? I do. Oh, I'm so glad I could finally tell you about it. Flock is one of these skills too. Did you know that he's... Breathe, Rosemarine. You make me whole, Elise. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Oh, don't get flustered. I'll get flustered too. Shush it, you... Come now, we ought to head back to town. Before we do, Elise, won't you meet me at the viewpoint tomorrow morning? Alright, alright. I'll be spending all my time with you at this rate. Oh, if you're too busy, then... For goodness sake, Rosemarine. Ah, wait, Elise. I wonder what she was going to say about Flock. Because that is part of the ending stretch, is Ozzy either emerges from or transforms from Flock's form. And it does, like, make you wonder if the goat is like an aspect of him. Or just like a chosen vessel or something. Anyway. On we go. To Wednesday. Once again, the day where the crows have scattered themselves all over the town. And the day where we would, if we were trying to focus on properly finishing this story at the moment, have to go and find a bunch of people to talk to about Eugene and about the key. We don't need to do that. We just need to come talk to Rosemarine, which I believe might be the last of the dates with her that we've already seen. The first and then the previous one, I believe we saw on stream already, and this one, but after this we have a few brand new ones. And of course the second was one we missed the first time around as well. There's an extent to which I wonder how, like, some of the name pronunciations in the voiced Japanese are, like, meant to be more properly how they're said, like Flaka or Rosenmarine. Maybe more accurate to, like, the German. Or if it's just a thing of different, like, different language pronunciation in other ways. There's no way to know. Can't possibly be looked up or changed into the English tract to see how they say it there. You and that goat of yours, Rosemarine. Oh, Elise, there's no need to be jealous. I'm not jealous of a goat, you... Isn't she, Flock? How would you like to sleep with him out in the granary, Rosemarine? I'd have Flock to hold close. I wouldn't be cold at all. Why, you... Flock, don't get so close to the edge. You be careful too, Rosemarine. You can see everything from here, can't you? I suppose. Something's on your mind, Elise, I can tell. Can't even be left to brood in peace, can I? You're going through some changes, that's all. Some changes, you say. Your path will become clearer and clearer, you'll see. Aren't you a little too cheery? It almost feels like you're mocking me, Rosemarine. Come now, Elise, give me your hands. Rosemarine, what are you... The sillies. Let's dance, Elise. You're going too fast, Rosemarine. We're approaching the full moon, Elise. You know what that means. How would I know such a thing? It's time to celebrate new beginnings. Our new beginning together. What new beginning, Rosemarine? You're not making sense. Why are you following your dreams, Elise? The fulfillment of my purpose, too. Everything's coming together just the way the stars told me it would. Rosemarine. We ought to celebrate our good fortune, Elise. Wait, Rosemarine, you're spinning too fast. Are you alright, Elise? For goodness sake. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't think... I used to dance with Granny like this every month, and You swung your Granny around like this. Of course, every month. You're truly... Whether you believe me or not, Elise, let me put it this way. You see that castle in the distance, don't you? Yes. It may seem far away from where you stand now, but the stars are even further away, yet they still guided me to you, didn't they? Rosemarine. Are there any other places with pretty views in Kieferberg? I suppose the windmill's not bad. Will you meet me there tomorrow afternoon, then? Our new beginning together, she says. Elise? I'll be there, Rosemarine. We'd best head back now. Ah, yes. Yay! Let me think on it for a moment. Don't quite... Oh, gracious. Confused myself a little bit. My notes were put with something in mind that I forgot I did, which will be relevant later. But for now, we go on to Thursday. What happens Thursday? I believe that... Is it... Apfel that falls ill? While all of the townsfolk are worrying over him. Or no? That also happened on Wednesday, I think, because he runs to the... Or he gets lost in the woods on Wednesday night. I don't completely remember what happens on Thursday, because it's Thursday night that we first go to the bejeweled forest of berries during the witching hour. The crows have most of it cleared off, and we have the tender flesh. I don't think much important happens on Tuesday, but Thursday, I mean, but again, it isn't super relevant. You were right, Elise. It really is a lovely view. You've seen better on your travels, I wager. Oh, but Kieferberg is one of the nicest towns I've been to. Trying to vex me, are you? Oh, I didn't mean to. I know you didn't, Rosemarine. I'm fed up with it is all. With Kieferberg? With all this nonsense we're dealing with, too. That said, I still haven't made up my mind about leaving it all behind somehow. Elise. I'm going to such lengths, and yet... I'd say doubting yourself is a good thing. You're different, Rosemarine. You've always had something to look forward to, while I... Even so, Elise. I find myself thinking about certain things living here with you. Such as... how I wish I'd found you sooner and have the chance to share memories with you. Just the way Leibkuchen and Freya do. You've only been here a few days, Rosemarine. Had you been born here, you'd be just as sick of it as I am. I suppose, but I've never lived in a town. This sense of community is something I've never experienced. I've lived here all my life and never experienced it either, Rosemarine. Not since Granny Holly passed away, at least. Say, Rosemarine, about the stars you keep mentioning. I can tell you all about it, Elise. Don't you find it strange? All this nonsense about your fate being with me. Not at all, Elise. I've said it before. You feel like home to me. Not at all, huh? I do wish I was born here, if I'm entirely honest. I've come all this way, and our paths have finally crossed, yet... Me too, Rosemarine. I feel at home with you, like I've known you for a long time. Please. I must say, Kieferberg isn't as bad with you around. Won't you give me your hand? You've read it once already, haven't you? I could be more thorough. It may bring you some peace of mind. Alright, alright. Oh, I didn't realize this when I gave this my preliminary playthrough, but she's given her hand a kissy. Rosemarine? You're my favorite soulmate, Elise. Good grief, you've said that already. I know you still don't quite believe me, but my feelings for you are genuine, Elise. You hardly know me, Rosemarine. Your feelings can't possibly be... Yet they are, Elise. They're very much genuine. You're so embarrassing. I wish we had more time to get to know each other, and... even if this wasn't my fate, I would still choose to be with you, Elise. Rosemarine. Oh, Elise, you're red as a beet. Why, you... I've had it with this nonsense. I'm heading back to work. Wait for me, Elise. Let's go to the creek tomorrow afternoon. I'll be there, now hurry up. Strong bond. I always forget that, like, even when I'm moused out, my relative position appears on the game screen for some reason. Oh, gracious. Thursday is what we just did, isn't it? Hold on. Yes. So on to Friday, the day of the rainstorm. afternoon this is. Yes. This is the day that much of the tensions in town kind of reach a boiling point. They call a council in the church, where a lot of the townsfolk get riled up and start throwing out accusations. So Hans and Gustav call a vigil in the evening. Which again, not particularly important to this date. Despite, being brought with us on all the chores, Rosemarine spends a lot of time hanging out and having fun and playing toys. Ah, Elise, look what I found. A rock. Oh, but doesn't it look like fog? It's not just any rock. There's even a little tail, look. A little tail, you say? This one, too. Doesn't it look like a chicken? There's the beak, see? So this is how you put that bracelet together, huh? Ah, yes, that's right. Lord knows why you're so drawn to useless junk. It stops being junk the moment you give it meaning, Elise. That bracelet means plenty to both of us, wouldn't you say? Oh, shush it. Say, Rosemarine, how come I can't seem to find meaning in any of this? What do you mean, Elise? Kieferberg's so dear to everyone, yet I'm treated like a wretch. Working myself to the bone, putting up with their ill tempers. It all made more sense when Granny Holly was still with me. I think our Granny's passing has affected us in similar ways. We're nothing alike, Rosemarine. All Granny Holly's passing meant for me was isolation. That too, Elise. I felt lonesome as well, but you see, that's when I started following my own path, and you'd say the same applies to me, huh? Doesn't it? Not in Kieferberg, Rosemarine. There's nothing for me here. I'm much more than what this town sees in me. Ah, look, Elise. There's something in the creek. Huh? It's gold. You see, Elise, I don't think meaning is something you find. I think it's something you create. Take that nugget we just found, for example. What about it? Something so precious sitting in such a place waiting to be seen. It reminds me of you, Elise. Rosemarine. I'm not asking you to change your mind about Kieferberg, but chasing after what truly matters to you, that's where meaning is found. Meaning, huh? It's not the same for everyone, is it? You ought to focus on what truly matters most to you, Elise. There's something I'd like to tell you, Elise, and I'd say that there's something you'd like to tell me, too. I suppose there might be, but I liked that little giggle was really something. I don't think I've heard that before. Come now, let's head back to town before you get any redder. Rosemarine. Hurry, Elise. Why, you. Strong bond. It is cute, the, mirrors just between, the way that they kind of cut, whether like it's Rosenmarine or Freya or Leibkuchen, the way that they come together and with Elise and help her like learn more about herself. Whew, I'm quite sleepy. So we do have a little extra. I did feel that there was some, even though the gameplay of it is a bit frustrating, the little boss fight down here in the Bejeweled Forest, as we work on getting all of the necessary pieces for the sweetest nectar, carries a little bit of extra characterization for Elise and for her relationships that I feel like is worth addressing, or worth showing off. It doesn't necessarily deviate that, but it has a common thread, as we've seen on stream already from Freya's, of you have to like let Elise acknowledge her own flaws. In a way that, like, she mostly doesn't throughout the rest of the game. You're rather brave, lass. You. Do you yearn for wealth and fortune that deeply? I clearly do, Serpent. Now let her go. No, I don't think I will. What in the Lord's name? We also get to see its, like, mockery forms of them. With a much more... a more traditional witchy vibe for Rosenmarine, with a more, like,